welcome to Raymies Garage. We've got a wee Nissan 370Z in. This is apprentice Paul's car, not our usual Range Rover content. However, it's just failed its MOT on the wheel bearing on this side, which is unusual. I did drive the car back from the MOT centre and it did sound a wee bit of a rattle if there was a bearing going on it, so it does say in the MOT it's the front near side. Let me just check that, but I think that's what it says. So we'll get it up on the jack and we'll spin the wheel a wee bit. So we will just see if we can get that on. That's quite low, this car. Okay. Right, on the jack we go. I'm not sure if it's in gear or not. I don't want to be scratching these new alloys he's got on it. Let's see. That bearing doesn't sound as if it's going. It feels solid. Yeah, let me just check what it says in the MOT. Wrong wheel, it says front offside. I thought it said near side, so we've got the jack round the other end. Mr. Spotman's out the road. There definitely was a noise on it, that's for sure. Maybe they took my wee rubber pad, must be stuck. It's fell on that side. Alright, let's see. A bit worn, that pad, to be honest with you. However, it'll do a turn. Again, let's have a look in here. See if we can get that right. Right, go for this wheel. There's a wee bit of noise off that one. Doesn't feel that bad though. Normally if you kind of wiggle it, there's a wee bit of a noise off that one. It's probably hard to pick up in here. Yeah. Okay. Let me just put that down here. Well, you can feel it if you can wiggle it, but it doesn't seem that bad. I'm totally surprised that it's failed an MOT on that. Although there is a noise on it, to be fair. Okay. Let's get the wheel off. Probably have to take this caliper off, this go off to get that out, so I'll get some tools together for that. Okay, so we do have wheel spacers on that. Not sure if they're the same size. Come on. Don't think so. I think they're smaller than that. So let's get a smaller socket. So the reason why it's not helping to come off. So what we need to do now is take the caliper off and it's in there. I'll probably take the disc off. So I'll grab some tools. I'm just worried about the rain coming. Get this off. A big score on that. See that? Look at that. Right, let's get some more tools to get that off. So I'm just looking at this caliper here. It's actually got a hard brake line on it, which means it's just a hard line. There's no flexible pipe, and it goes round the back and comes round to this block, which has got a flexible pipe on it there. So I might have to take that off and that bracket off there, just to let the caliper move. I think these are Brembo calipers. So there. So I'll just soak in my WD-40 and we'll just get a couple of spanners and sockets and we'll try and get that off. I'm assuming that's just a connector block in there with the two pipes in it. Yeah. Okay. Taking that bracket off there. Although that is a hard line, that's like the wheel speed sensor on there, so I'm going to need to get that off. Run out of WD-40. Doesn't feel like it, but there you go. We'll get that off. Definitely a hard line, that's unusual. It's pretty hard. And you need to take that bracket off because you can't get into that caliper bolt. This top one here, because that sits up quite close to it. Yeah, so it does. So I've slackened these two, that one and the bottom one down here. So it's just a matter of working away, hopefully, and get that hung up on the spring up here. And I'll get the disc off. We've got the caliper off, just hanging on this wee bracket up here. It's sitting loose. And I'm just going to leave that nut there. I gave this a wee knock, so it should come off, which it did. So there's a wee bit of rust in there, and these are the bolts to take off the hub. So there's 1, 2, 3, I think 4, and they look a wee bit rusty. I'll need to get my way in there to see if I can get any purchase on them. So it's going to be a wee bit awkward, but I'm not happy with that solid line in there, but it is flexing on this bracket, so that's alright. Right, so I've managed to move the caliper back. Let's move that bracket out the road a wee bit. Now the problem I've got is that bolt there, let's see if I can focus on it, that bolt there on the right is getting blocked because I need to remove the lower ball joint on it, which is a bit of a pain. The other four are pretty, or three, sorry, are pretty accessible, except for that one. I might try a wee spanner on it, but I doubt it'll come off, so I think I maybe have to take the lower ball joint off. It should be alright. I just allow that to move out, gives us much more space. We'll see how we go. And just having a wee look at the bearing itself, which is this part here, it does feel, to be fair, if you can hear that, it's pretty rough, and it was fair enough that that's failed on that, because that should be spinning on that, but it is a wee bit rough, although not much side to side movement on it, but it is grinding. So probably worthwhile doing that, and maybe say to Apprentice Paul, I'll get one for the other side, but this is just to try and get it through its MOT. Probably need a new battery in this. So that's number 2. These 3 are fairly easy. 3. It's got Loctite on it. And obviously the challenge is number 4, which we cannot get in there. Well, we're back the next day. We got rained off last night, and we managed to get the hub off, which is a bit worn, and we've got the wheel speed sensor or ABS sensor sitting here. I've tried to get that out, but it's a bit sticky. I don't know whether to put the new one in and just check it if there's a light coming on, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all that up, clean all the inside in here and round here, make sure there's no dirt in there, and we'll get the new bearing back in again, which I've got, and we'll just rebuild it. But I don't want to rebuild it and put that in there, or with that in there, because if I rebuild all that sensor's knackered, I would rather take it out than now. Sorry, it'll probably throw a light on the dash, which will fail its MOT, and that's not good. So I'm going to try and I'll just place the bearing in here, put a couple of wee bolts in it, and I'm going to check the dash to see if there's a light coming on. Right, so I'm going to clean this up. Okay, that looks a bit better. Let's get some dirt out of that. And the ball joint sits. Yeah, I think I'll take this into this wee dust cover here into the wee shed. I think it goes on like so. When we get some of the rust off that, and then we give it a wee paint. I'm putting a wee drop copper slip or copper grease on this just for the next guy, just to make it a wee bit easier. But again, just going to try this now. We'll get the new bearing and see if we can get it in to that position. So this is our new bearing, nice and clean and nice and shiny. And I just want to see if I can wedge it in there, like so. Ball going there. Do that again. Let's see. I think that's got to go that way. I'm just checking the alignment of the nuts, so that must go in there, like so. That, but we'll get the. I'm just checking it's actually going in, but we'll get the cover tray back on, or the splash shield on that before we do that. But I'm able to get it in without taking this off, but I'll get it in, bolt it up, and then we'll check for an engine management light on for this sensor, because these sensors I've checked are about £80 for the ABS sensor, or the wheel speed sensor. Right, we're in the car. I don't want to touch the steering wheel because obviously the position I've got the calipers and things in it. Maybe be able to move it a wee bit. There you go. Right, so we'll start it in neutral, clutch in. Cool, they're all off. So we've only got the handbrake seatbelt light on, which is great, and there's a wee key one on just about there. I'll fix that, but the ABS light's not on. I'll just stick the scanner on it, just to check. Let's see where we'll go with this. I don't suspect it having anything. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Right, we'll just do a health check. Do have an ABS light. Read fault codes. It's just a battery voltage now. We do have a low battery. We've got these lights, ABS, traction control and ESP. So I think it's just a battery. Clear that fault code. If I could hold the camera properly. Yeah, clear that. Okay. Go back. Back again. Clear all the DTCs. Yes. So no lights on so far. That's them all. We don't have any. Let's move that out of the road. We don't have any trouble codes for the engine, ABS or airbag light, and with no lights on the dash. So I think they might get away with not replacing that sensor for now. Let's switch that off. Yeah, not replacing the sensor for now, but I don't think it'll be that difficult replacing it while the bearing's on. The only difficulty you have is actually getting it out, and if you're going to replace it anyway, well, we're going to destroy it taking it out anyway. So let's get back to putting the rest of it together. And make sure we get the position of that right. I think it's like that. So it is. I might get a bolt round the back here just to line that up. Maybe one at the top, if I can get my hand round there without blocking your view. You better go this way. Okay. Is it like that? Looks a bit more like it. Let's not worry about that now. How's that not going in? I had that a minute ago. Just like that. Let's do that again. See if I can get one of these threaded in. I'm just getting it to get it into position now, that's all I'm looking for. Right, so that's in the right position, that's in the right position. So what I want to do is get some Loctite on these, as we're supposed to do. I think that other one is actually in. Yeah, so I'll grab some Loctite, get the 4 bolts in. I think that's, we'll put that on and see how we go. We'll get some Loctite on these. I'm going to use red Loctite. Hopefully it'll come out the tube. If it's not, well, I've got to pop it up if I remember. So red Loctite, a bit too shy with them. Just wind some of these in. And we'll get them torqued to spec. Last one. Just give them a wee gentle tighten. Right. And a cross pattern there. Then we'll get the torque wrench on it. So these are torqued to 88 Newton meters. Let's try and hold that down. I'll do the one opposite that. Back over them again. Just checking my values there, which is fine. Okay, so that's it torqued to factory spec. Bearings in, plates on. And all we've got to do now is put it back together, but I think we've got some rain coming. And I'll check out the other torque specs for the ball joint at the bottom and these bolts here, which are the caliper bolts, which might be a wee bit more. Same here, so there are the 4 bolts there. All fine. Never used new bolts. A wee bit of rust on that. Need to tell apprentice Paul that one. It's a wee job for his garage, but essentially that's the bearing on. And I'm just hoping that that ABS sensor doesn't do anything now that we're in. So yes, we'll put it back together. Hopefully the rain stays away to let us do this. Another wee job we need to do is just to drill out that cotter pin hole. I'm going to try and punch it out there now. So we need to get that out there, put a new cotter pin in that bottom ball joint, which I think personally is a wee bit slack. Could probably do and be replaced. I think looking at that, you probably have to replace that whole arm in there with that ball joint on it. But that's for another day. So I've got a wee punch, see if I can punch that out in there. Right, so we're back at it again. We've managed to drill that out just fine. I just a wee bit of messing around with it. So we'll get the ball joint nut back on. A wee batter with this. And we'll get that tightened up as much as we can now. Get that tightened up once we've got the caliper on. Right, let's put some illuminations on that. So that says I know I need to just put a wee split pin in there. Thread lock. Ready for that. Right, where am I? That thing is a nightmare to get off.
What?
The spacer.
Oh, we had that the last time, remember?
So we've got a wee bit of grease on there, just to make sure the next person taking it off can get it off alright. I think I might have given that a wee. That one. Well, I think that's about it. Let's put the wheel on, give it a wee test drive, see if our ABS sensor comes on. These are nuts there. Right, so that's us done with that. Apprentice Paul's going to do a wee test drive on it. See how it goes. Go and check if the EBS light's coming on. Right, so we'll check if the EBS light comes on. Tell if it's grinding or not.
Down a wee bit just to here.
Feel any different?
It feels a bit smoother. Is it in my hands a wee bit? Aye. Well, the noise missing.
Is that what it is?
That
Grinding noise?
Aye. Like kind of high pitch grinding noise.
And that's us, all fine, no EBS light on, a wee bit of a different video of the day, but nice. So that's us for now, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers for now.